Hello, hello, hello. I'm behind a little bit today. We had a long weekend, and those after church naps are life, I'm telling you. So I'm just going to kind of wait until everybody gets in and give you guys a chance to come on in the room and see how we get. I hope everyone had a blessed Sunday. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Thanking God for just allowing us to um, come together another week, allowing us to wake up this morning and see a day that wasn't promised. If you were on last week, then you know we made it through another week. And we thank God that He didn't make our last night our last night. And I know you all will be slow coming in, so that's fine. I'm going to wait on you a little bit. We're asking prayer for all those that are bereaved this morning. We're asking prayer for all those that have gotten the call, the diagnosis, getting ready to hit the road. We're praying for you. We're praying for the Allen Temple family, church family, and as we stay strong, as we support each other in our losses. Hey, Terry. And we just want to, just thank God for being God and keeping us in the land of the living, because everybody get a turn. So we also are praying for those that are on having anniversaries, anniversary dates, and things like that. I know I say that every week, but it's the truth. There's, to us, it's another day, but to the person that suffered the loss, it's rough. It's rough for them. And so I know with people that I've lost, when that day comes around, when that week comes around, I'm already feeling some type of way. So, and I see you, Trayson, thinking we're getting ready to go into conference season. We want to pray for our new bishop, Bishop Wicker, and Supervisor Connie Wicker. And as they travel throughout the 3rd District to check on us and see about us, and as we get ready to go into our annual conference. And so I hope everyone had a great day, a great Sunday. If you have any prayer requests, please put it in the chat. I will make sure that we are keeping you lifted up in prayer. If it's for you, if you have tests, if you have things, you want God to help you with, please just go ahead and put it in the chat. We will pray. We will pray over it, pray about it, pray with you. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I know it's late. And so I don't want to hold you up. So he gave this to me about probably 2 weeks ago, and I had to hold on to it. Okay. Thank you. I see you, Sister Gina. I had to hold on to it and be able to sit here and get ready. Hey, fam. So the title of this is, who you talking to? Now, that's a question that many people have heard, or you have said to many people when they come at you sideways. And so depending on how you say it will determine how the conversation goes from there. So listen, the definition of the word talk is to speak in order to give information or express ideas or feelings, to converse or communicate by spoken words, not hollering, not yelling, not all the other things that we do. Now, I know all of you on here have heard the question being asked before, and it stopped you in your tracks. What I mean by that is, you're in a restaurant, you're out in public, and you hear somebody say to somebody else, who you talking to? Trust me, they're not asking that question because they're trying to gain information. They want to know who you think you're talking to, and more importantly, who you talking to. Are you talking to me like that? So when you say this one-liner to someone, it may appear that you're asking a question, but that's not always the case. And I say this because it depends on how. I done told y'all, your delivery is everything. But for the purpose of today's message, The way I'm talking about it is being said where there's going to be some confusion. And you don't quite understand what this person is trying to say, and more importantly, what you're trying to say to you. So depending on the person you're engaging in conversation with will determine how the conversation is going to flow. See, when you say this to, when someone says this to you, or when you say it to someone else, it's usually because there's some kind of disagreement or it's during an argument. So whether it's between two people that know each other, between two strangers having an issue in public with one another, between your co-workers, church members, choir members, frat, sorority members, between parents and their children, or simply between you and someone you're in a relationship with. The way you say who you talking to should let the person on the receiving end know they need to back up and check the way they're talking to you. Either way, you say who you talking to, what you're doing is you're trying to give that person a chance to think about what they're saying and how they're saying it to you, and give them a chance to back up and fix it. Or from this point on, we're gonna have some problems. Now, most people will get the hint and check their tone. And I told y'all, tone is everything. I tell this story all the time. I haven't lived in Scranton in 21 years. And I had a nurse. I was working on a unit, and the nurse was giving a doctor report, and she was upset because he wasn't acting fast enough. And after he said everything he said and gave her the orders, then he said, and watch your tone. And she knew exactly what that meant. I know you're upset. I understand you care about your patient, but you better watch how you're talking to me. Respect the physician. So now most people will get the hint, like I said, and check their tone, and they'll start explaining, no, I was just saying, okay, well, then in my case, if you say it, then I'm like, oh, okay, because I know you couldn't have been talking crazy to me like that. I'll try to save that part. But if they don't get the hint, then we just gotta, some people don't understand that the impending danger, that we already take this to a whole nother level that it doesn't have to be taken to if you just check what you're saying. So I'm encouraging all of you to read a book on how to talk to other people. There's plenty out there. To watch programs on communication. There's plenty out there. Or to Google studies on how to talk to people. But you better figure out the best way you have to communicate with somebody. Because I'm telling you, the way you're doing it is not going to work. At least with me. And most people that I know. Now, trust me, I have been guilty of this a time or two. But it didn't take me long to figure things out based on how the other person said this one-liner to me, how they looked at me after what I said. And so I have been upset with one person and took it out on another person that it had nothing to do with. But here's the rub. I wasn't mad at the person I was talking to. I was mad at somebody else. But because I didn't know how to talk to somebody else, I thought I'm going to just stay mad and keep talking to anybody I come in contact with. No. And so Al has had to check my temperature several times in the last 40 years when my mouth got real slick. And so I know that you all don't bring your job home. I know that you all don't bring what happened at your meeting home. I know you all don't have issues. You could turn it on and off. Well, I couldn't. There have been times that I can't, and I'm still hot by the time I get home. And so then when he says one thing, then I'm saying something else, and he's like, whoa, sister, you better go ahead. Who you talking to? And then I'm like, oh, I wasn't talking to you. So then I know I got to back up. I got to rewind. And then I got to start explaining, oh, what I'm really mad about, who I'm really mad at is this person. So everybody on this live, that's listening to it now or will listen to it later need to learn how to talk to people instead of talking at people. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're talking to somebody, you all are having a dialogue. You're having a conversation. But when you're talking at somebody, you either think you're in charge, you trying to be the boss, you trying to come off on them, and that's not going to work. Because people know when we're having a conversation, or when it's you're the only one talking, I'm supposed to be listening. So you got to learn how to talk to people. It's your tone. It's either your delivery or your body language. It's going to let people know, and leads people to say to you, who are you talking to? Now, we're not trying to be grammatically correct when I say that, because I didn't say, oh, who are you talking to? No, I said, who are you talking to? And most people, when they upset and they're saying this, either, for Black women, how we do, who you talking? I mean, we clap and we got the body language. That means you need to check yourself, because the next thing that come out of my mouth is not going to be nice. So when someone checks your temperature, and someone will, especially if somebody is close to you that no, man, you better go ahead with that. You need to fix one of the three things I said. Fix your tone, because tone is everything. Your delivery, because the way you say it to me will determine how I take it, how I receive it from you, or your body language. Because, we got you can look at a person's body language and know, okay, they're on the defense now. We're not even having the same conversation now. So it's easier for you just to learn how to talk to people so you don't have to deal with any of that stuff. So now that I've gotten that out the way, let me ask you the same question, but what I really want to know is, who are you talking to? And what I mean by that is based on the things that I hear you say during a conversation, the things I hear you regurgitate and you don't even know what you're talking about, the things I hear you repeat that someone else said, but you're saying it like you know exactly what you're saying. And I mean, if I close my eyes and listen to you and listen to the stuff you're saying, I would think that I'm talking to somebody else, because it's not you. It's somebody you've been around. It's somebody you hanging with. Somebody you think what they're saying is deep. Okay, I'm off script. I know. I see people on social media. I see people in person that when I hear them talk, when I hear them think they are saying something real deep, I look at them like, that's not even you. That's that other nonsense that I heard that other person that you hang with say. That's a nicer way I can say it. But because you fall for the okie doke and you think, what she said is deep, man, get a book, read something, find out the facts before you start regurgitating, throwing up what somebody else said because it sounds good. A lot of stuff sound good until you dissect it, and then it sounds dumb. Especially if I press you on what you just said, you don't have anything to back up. You only have that one-liner. You don't have anything to back it up. Or you're just going to say what you heard somebody else said. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I can tell when you've been around a person for a long time, and I understand you and your friends start sounding like each other because you hang with each other all the time. But listen, sounding like somebody else just because you're close to them is not always a good thing. Because if you are trying to copy someone and that person, you trying to sound like that person sounds dumb, then my friend, that's exactly how you're going to sound. Not smart. So then be careful who you decide to be like them. Because it's not always a good thing. I don't care if you sandbox to the whatever y'all say. People grow and change at different rates. And some people drink the juice. And some people eat the stupid food and then they regurgitate it. And then you stand by them and you catching it too. No. Be your own self. You don't have to be like them. Be your own individual. Think for yourself. Don't sound like them, because when I hear you, I want to say, who are you talking to? And I'm asking you the question, who have you been talking to that makes sense to you? Who have you been talking to that sounds right? Play that tape back and listen to how you sound, and then tell me how that sounds to you. And the last thing that I want to ask you guys tonight is, when you look in the mirror and ask yourself, who are you talking to? What's your answer? And see, this is really the important thing. What I mean is, who you running your mouth to? Who you telling your business to, especially when people don't even ask you your business. You just sit down and you just start flowing, free flowing. And the very people that you telling your business to could be the same people that later on use what you said out of your mouth to hurt you. Especially when you're talking to somebody and you're doing all the talking, they're just listening. I'm not saying everybody is a backstabber. I'm not saying that you can't really talk to your friends, but there are some people that you're talking to, you have no business telling them. You have no business telling them what's going on in your life. What's the need to know? And then you're going to be mad and hurt and all upset when you hear it again, or when that person used what you said to bite you in the behind. When they use what you said to get the promotion over you. When they use what you said to get the part you were trying to play. When they use what you said to go back and dry snitch on you and stop you from getting who you talking to? Everybody that's in your corner is not in your camp. You do not have to tell everybody all your business. Some stuff you got to keep close to the vest. I used to tell my son this: stop talking so much, because you keep talking, but then, now this 10 years ago, and then you don't follow through. So then the next time you come with this bright idea, what you going to do, they're going to be like, yeah, you said that last time. Stop talking. You can show people better than you can tell them. Stop talking so much, because who are you talking to? And some of y'all talk so much to so many different people that when it come back to haunt you, you have to get on a laundry list of, who did I tell? Who was sitting around? Who was there that day I said it? And you can't take it back because you said it. So this is one thing I want you guys to remember. You cannot be hurt by what you didn't say. So it's better for you to just sit there just sit there in the room, and you don't have to talk. Just listen, because you might learn something if you listen. Because you'll notice when you're doing all the talking, look around the room and see who's listening. Watch their facial expressions with some of the stuff you're saying. Especially when y'all telling people stuff y'all getting ready to do. Places you and your family getting ready to go. All the windfalls that have happened to you, all the good things. Not everybody is happy when good things happen to you and for you. Not everybody is happy. Trust me. And Al, we've had to learn this the hard way. Al was proud to be able to pay for Lexi to go to school, to go to college, and didn't have to take out student loans. And he was proud because he knows that my generation and the generation right before me are saddled with student loans and trying to pay back. And sometimes you die before you ever get those student loans back. Well, we wanted to be like the others and at least give our child a leg up on their life when they get out of college, that at least that's one bill they don't come out of college with. And that was his purpose. That was his point. But other people took that as bragging, thinking he's something. But he was the one that was saying it. So, he learned, okay, they got me, and I'll shut my mouth the next time. It's okay to be quiet. It's okay to keep certain things to yourself. And here's the rub. It ain't everybody's business what you have, how you got it, and what you gonna do with it. It's, matter of fact, it really ain't nobody's business but those that are close to you. And you know how we do. Let somebody in the family pass away and they had stuff. We have such ignorant people in our family that they want to know what y'all gonna do with that house, what y'all gonna do with that excuse me. And that's why you look at them, and that's a great time to say, who are you talking to? Because you didn't come over here and I'm grieving and you try to be greedy. Because if I set it on fire, what they gotta do with you? If I burn it and throw it off, what they gotta do with you? Absolutely nothing. So listen, when you hear somebody say, hey mom, when you hear somebody say, you walking by, you hear a conversation, you hear it get loud and say, who are you talking to? How many kids I know, I've had to ask Lexi this when she was young, and she would get hype about something, and I would look at her and say, who are you talking to? And then she would go, oh, I didn't mean you, mom. And I appreciate that, because then she recognized, I'm not the one, I'm the other one. And sometimes you just got to help people come back. And you ain't got, who are you talking to? And then they look at you, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It wasn't you I'm mad at so-and-so. Well, you need to go get so-and-so straight and get out of here. So that's one way when you hear it. But also, when somebody says, who are you talking to? Is it because you sound like a parrot and you're repeating stuff that you heard somebody say? You didn't check the facts. I mean, social media got fact checker. You just spitting it out and you ain't checked now fact. But you repeating it because it sounds good coming from your goofy friend. It sounds good coming from the one y'all think is smart in the bunch. They're not smart. They just learn how to get over on you. Stop repeating everything you hear just because you think it sounds good. Because I'm thinking, who are they talking to? Oh, I know who they're talking to because I heard him say this before. And it sounded dumb coming out of his mouth. It sounds just dumb coming out of your mouth. And the last one is, who are you talking to? When your business comes right back at you like a boomerang, and you got to figure out, oh my goodness, who was in the room? Who did I tell that to? And you can't say I didn't say it because, people got tapes, videotapes, they done screenshots, all the things. So you got to be careful who you talking to. And at some point, everybody on this live, sometimes yep. That's right, Reverend Buster. Sometimes your blessings remind some folks of what they ain't got. And that brings us like to the crab in the barrel. I'm happy. I cheer for everybody. If they got it, if my neighbor got it, my neighbor got it, then that means he's in the neighborhood. You heard that before. If they got it, God bless them. I don't begrudge anybody for getting anything because them having it or not having it does not affect me. It doesn't affect my paycheck, doesn't affect how I live. Them getting a new car is not going to help me pay my bills. Them getting a new house is not going to help me pay for this house. Them getting a new set of tennis shoes ain't going to help me buy my child some shoes. So I don't understand why, if the playing field is level, we all hustling, you are not going to check my purse and check what's in my pockets while I'm working 12, 16 hours and you lamping, and then you want to know how I go to work. You want to know what? Ain't not your business. I don't know what I can tell you. Read a book. Read a book. God is blessing, and he blesses who he wants to. Now I know that there are evil people that get blessed because, they serve a different God. So, but I'm saying God is still in the blessing business. And because I didn't get blessed this week, I'm not mad at him, and I'm not mad at you for getting blessed. But I would hope you would do the same for me. Encourage somebody instead of discouraging each other. Encourage them instead of being haters. I never understood how we hating on each other for no reason instead of lifting each other up. So that way I can pull you up with me. Instead of trying to knock somebody down saying they think they're, no, you think. Not they think they're something, you think they're something. That's why you mad. So don't, and the people that get mad, I don't care. I'm doing me. And if you come at me, I'm like, who are you talking to? Remember that. There's 3 ways. The first one is, who are you talking to? And then that person said, oh, my bad, sis. I didn't mean, I was, okay. Long as they clear it up, we good. The other one is, who are you talking to? Because that's not you. Half them words you using, you can't even spell. You can't give me a definition of it. All you're doing is regurgitating, throwing that stuff back up. Sound dumb. Sound dumb when they said it. Sound dumb when you said it. I don't care if it's somebody in the pulpit talking. I don't care if somebody on TV talking about eating cats and dogs in eating cats and dogs in Springfield. And then I hear other dummies repeat the same dumb talk. And you, nope, I'm not going to get upset. But pray for it. Keep Springfield in your prayer. That city has rallied together around the Haitian community. And don't listen to those people on TV that can't even, nope, I'm not going to say anything. Just use your common sense. You know that's not true, so use your common sense. And when you hear people say that and say they believe it, call them out. Call them out. And if you got to call it, you sound dumb. That's what you need to do. You sound real slow, real stupid right now repeating that. Because you heard the guy with the eyeliner on married to the foreign chick, or the orange guy married to the other foreign chick. But you're going to pick on the Haitians. But you got 2. Nope, because I'm right off script. I'm not going off script. So, listen, I've held you guys long enough. I appreciate you. But remember, check somebody's temperature when they come at you sideways, because they know what they're doing. And some people will keep skating and see how slick they can be before you check them. And then it's, oh, I didn't mean to. But check them every time. It's like having a little kid. If you tell a little kid no 9 times and they get away on the 10th time, you must start all over again, because they're going to keep trying you. Check them every time. Check their temperature. If you got to put something in their mouth to check their temperature, check their temperature every time. Watch your tone. Watch your delivery. And what's up with your body language? Watch your tone. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you. Listen, if you all have any prayer requests, I saw someone here. I know that there are some out there personal. I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying for all y'all to win. Everybody to win. And I did hear that early voting starts October 1st, I think. So if there's an opportunity for you to vote early and get yours out the way, I would advise you all to go ahead and vote early before the lines get crazy, because this is going to be an election for the books. So, all right, you all have a blessed week. And guess what? I will see you next week and hopefully be on time. All right, see ya.